ever noticed how you can watch 15 to 20 reels in one setting in Instagram, but when it comes to starting, you can't even sit 10 minutes at constant stretch? Do you want to know why? Let's decode it. Hi, I'm Harshita, third year MBBS student, and today I will let you know that why you can't focus anymore. So let's get started. Number one, your brain is changing all the time. Now, what do I mean by this? Is your brain is very good at adapting to all the circumstances. So, basically, your brain gets trained by what you generally do. Just remember, during your school days, you didn't had your phone. Mostly, many of us, we didn't have. So we used to depend on our parents' phone, which we used to get like maybe 30 minutes a day or something like that. Even for watching TV or for playing outside, everything had a fixed time schedule. Like maybe 30 minutes for TV, maybe 1 hour for playing, all these things. And apart from that, we need to give straight 3 to 4 hours into studying only and only textbooks, because I don't think we had laptops and iPads and all those things. So now what? At that time, your brain was trained, was adapted to the fact that for 3 to 4 hours constantly you need to sit down and study your textbooks. Now, coming back to today's, like now, what happens is you are using laptops, iPads, where except for your study material, there are thousands of other materials. There is WhatsApp, there is Instagram, there is YouTube, there is Pinterest, there is hundred of things. So what happens is we don't sit at a table for 3 to 4 hours or 5 hours and constantly study our textbook. So our brain now has changed its pattern. It's now like starting a book for, let's say, 20 minutes, using phone for, let's say, 10 minutes, then again using a laptop for, let's say, 1 hour, and then again going out with your friends for, let's say, 30 minutes, then again coming back and writing, scribbling on your pad for, let's say, 10 minutes or 15 minutes. So just understand that now your brain is adapted to this kind of pattern. So it has forgotten the previous pattern of sitting on a desk for 3 to 4 hours without any distraction and studying straight. So basically, this is called neuroplasticity, and this is a great feature of your human brain where it gets adapted to different circumstances. Now, number two, let's talk about dopamine. I am sure you have heard this word always, all the time. People say this is happening because of my dopamine. I'm not getting that dopamine kick and all those things. Look, dopamine is just a neurotransmitter. If we talk about science, it's only a neurotransmitter. Dopamine itself is not a villain. I'll tell you the real issue. What happens is nowadays when we engage in short span, highly rewarding activities. For example, like you saw a 10-second YouTube short and maybe it was something funny. So in just 10 seconds, your brain starts to become happy. Now imagine you saw a quick news, maybe of 1 minute or 2 minutes, and after 2 minutes, your brain is suddenly angry. So basically, these are short span, highly rewarding things that your brain is getting stimulated by. So when you are constantly engaged in such activities, a long term activity like sitting and studying for, let's say, 2 hours and getting rewarded after 2 hours feels very much boring to your own brain also. So what happens is your brain tends to get attracted towards those short time rewarding things, and constant stimulation makes it worse. If, like, let's say if only for today you're watching short series or shorts or reels kind of things, then it's okay. But what we do is we watch them every single day. So now our brain thinks, if I am getting a so-called dopamine kick in just 30 seconds, then why should I give 2 hours constantly to boring activities like studying and then get a dopamine kick? And maybe I might not even get a dopamine kick. Why? Because just imagine you gave a test for 3 hours and you did horrible. Okay. Or maybe you read something for 2 hours and you forgot everything. In that way, your brain didn't even get happy also. But if you watch 5 reels, I'm sure at least one of the reel would be something funny and you will get happy. So this is the real thing about dopamine. So don't say you're not getting dopamine kick. Basically, your brain has changed its pattern. It now gets stimulated by short-term activities that give quick dopamine rather than something long and boring which don't even have a guarantee that it will give you that dopamine kick or not. Number 3, and this is something very common among students. Multitasking is a myth. It's a complete myth. Look, you are thinking that you can do multiple tasks at one time efficiently, but your brain isn't trained for that. Your brain is not like that. I have seen students listen to music, write their assignments, watch lectures, reply to their friends, scroll Instagram, post a story, like do everything in just that little span of time, like let's say 30 minutes or 1 hour. Like in 1 hour, you are doing literally every single thing. And you are also feeling proud that, whoa, I am a good multitasker, but it's a myth for your brain. Your brain don't really understand the concept of multitasking, okay? So what's your brain is doing is it is switching. Okay, it's similar to like you came to home, stayed there for 5 minutes, you went to the balcony, stayed there for 5 minutes, you again went outside for 5 minutes, you again went to your let's say your parking garage, you stayed for 5 minutes, you again went out and quickly went to your friend's home, stayed there for 5 minutes, quickly went to your maybe grocery, stayed there for 5 minutes, then you came back home for 5 minutes. Now just think, if a person really did this after returning back to home finally, what you would be feeling? You'll go crazy, man. You'll go crazy. And that's exactly what happens with your brain. You are thinking you have two hands, so with one hand you are listening to music with your AirPods, and another hand is writing your assignments, and with your eyes you are watching a lecture. But you have only one brain. And for your brain, it's like इधर से उधर, इधर से उधर, इधर से उधर. It's horrible. So please, if you really want your focus back, you should first of all stop doing multitasking. It's a myth. It is. Okay, so coming to the last part that we will talk. We till now mostly talked around your phone, like electronic gadgets and social media. So, what other reasons can we have for losing our focus? Stress. Yes. Pressure, stress. These things can ruin your focus. I know many of you think that we perform better under pressure, but try to understand. If your brain is constantly under burden, under pressure, with a lot of stress, with a lot of things to deal with, how can it possibly focus on one single thing? This is something impossible for us also. Imagine you have, 5 plans planned for tonight. Imagine. And then suddenly you got some work. Okay. Now, definitely you need to stay back at home to do that work. But that 5 plans that already was there, people will call you constantly asking, where are you coming or not, why are you not coming? Then people will take photos at that place and then they will send on the group chat. You will see that also. You will have to pick up your calls also. So basically, you will have to deal with 5 plans that you cancelled. Now you tell me, while doing all these things, will you be able to do your work, the work for which you cancel all the plans? Yeah, you will definitely work, but I'm talking about the efficiency. I don't think you will be that much efficient and focused while doing that work. And this is exactly what happens with the brain. When you are constantly under pressure about anything, be it anything, okay, be it academic issues, be it performance pressure, be it relationship issues or personal matters, be it health issues, whatever it is. How can your brain possibly focus on just doing one work? It can't. Definitely it cannot. Now let's talk about some other reasons. Can be some vitamin deficiencies like vitamin B12 and vitamin D deficiency. I talked about it in my last video also, where I was talking about why we always feel tired and sleepy. So vitamin B12 and vitamin D play a huge role in our focus and energy. Okay. So if you have this vitamin deficiency, it is very normal for you to feel tired also, and also to lose your focus. So make sure you are getting a regular checkup. That's very much important, because sometimes we need to think outside the box. We need to think that our work can be affected by our mental and physical health as well. It's not always about phone, it's not always about social media, it's not always about our personal issues. Sometimes it can be just your body asking you for help. So do not ignore any signs. If you're constantly feeling something is wrong with your focus, with your attention span, and all those things, just go get a regular checkup, and I'm sure it will help you a lot. Okay, guys, that's it for today for this video. I wanted to extend it, but then I thought, why not to make next video on how to regain your focus, basically how to deal with all the problems that we talked about right here. So yes, for now, I hope you understood the facts why you are losing your focus. So just go ahead and try to figure out your issues, and in next video we will talk about how to deal with these problems individually. So do like, share and comment, and I am excited to look forward to your concerns. It would be very easy for me if you can comment down on what topics you need videos. So let's meet in next episode of Health Decoded. Bye bye.